if it goes really high, is $112. $112.
Yeah.
It moved maybe $3 in the last 3 weeks. Even with the issues around the Strait of Hormuz, the selling rate of a barrel of oil today is $112. And that's come with the intervention of the United States here and there, and said, okay, let's move things around a little bit, because then they had to then cushion the cost. But it's $112. It has shifted $3 in the last 3 weeks. So can that really be used as an excuse as to why the price has shifted specifically in Kenya, around the world? Or are we looking at a scarcity of the product because the channel for movement then has been compromised? So when we make an argument, what are we making that argument based off of?
Now, if you, because this thing is affecting the whole world.
Yeah.
Now, unless Kenya has a side, issue which they want to settle with some money, and they now have a window to get some more money, then we should not be experiencing this.
Yeah.
So I think, just like I'm saying, Kenyans, we are just suspicious because those are the kind of managers that we have for our lives.
Kevin,
Yes.
in that meeting, did you trust what was being said? Did you trust that a minister, cabinet secretary, would stand after that meeting and give you a solution to lowering the price of fuel, whereas there has been no move of amendment of the law that describes how much fuel will be sold in the country? Did you at any point trust that there would be a solution after that meeting?
Yeah, because all those things were put bare on the table. We had two options. We had what we call quick wins, then long-term wins that we might need to go to the parliament. So as we started the discussion, we had some hopes and trust. We trusted each other first. We asked ourselves, let's trust and believe in each other that we are going to come out with a solution at this table. And the ministers put down the quick wins. What can be done to caution to quickly lower the fuel, because there are some things that are possible. We have others that are not even possible. Even the president, if the president was to give an executive order, it was not possible until it goes back to the parliament. So whatever that was possible was to get the subsidy money from the next month's subsidy to this month, so that they caution. That is quick wins.
That was then a quick win. In your assessment, that was a quick win.
Yes,
to wait until June 14th.
No, not until June 14th to get a subsidy as per yesterday, the 10 shillings that they brought.
Yeah,
that was a quick win because they had to get some money from the subsidy of next month to this month. The month that was supposed to subsidize the fuel for next month, it was brought back to this month, at least to get the 10 shillings. Then the long term was now to get the parliament to amend some acts to ensure that now if they can remove some taxes for fuel to come down. Yeah, but we were looking at what can be done now so that the people of Kenya can enjoy lower fuel cost.
And you didn't find anything?
We only found 10 shillings from all that thing.
Okay, so the 10 shillings was not going to make it, obviously, because what that did is that then it reduced diesel.
Yes.
So petrol prices were going to remain the same.
Yeah.
Diesel was going to reduce by 10 shillings.
Yes.
But then kerosene, paraffin was going to increase by 10 shillings.
Not 10, 38 shillings.
It was going to increase by 38 shillings, right. So the money that you removed from here, you essentially just put it somewhere else, and somebody was going to bear the brunt of that expense. So it wasn't really a solution. It wasn't a solution. You sat for hours and came up with because it was not a solution. It was not an answer to the problem that Kenyans are having today, where we are saying, excuse me, it is too expensive. Let me let you into a reality that was being faced by folks yesterday. The people who would normally pay 50 shillings from point A to point B were now being asked to pay 150. The people who were paying 30 shillings were being asked to pay 120. A vehicle that you would normally pay 350 shillings for was being charged 1,200 yesterday. That was the reality. So people were saying, and this is now maybe when we start to sink into what Joseph is saying, that the people who are managing this process are bungling the process at the same time. Because in what reality will you allow your people spend 3 times the transport cost in a system that's not even a transport system in the first place, in a public transport system in the first place, and see that that's okay, and come back and tell people, well, we're stuck between a rock and a hard place? Okay, but there could be something else. That these problems, Joseph is saying, did not start with this month's IPRA announcement. These are things that have been long in the running. And so how do you solve long-term problems? And we seem to have an issue with that. And it seems that as though this impasse is going to be there for a minute if there is the reluctance to reduce the taxes and levies on fuel. That's that's where it is. That you can't reduce the landed cost because the thing has already gotten here. But can you do something about the cost as pertains to the levies and taxes that have been applied to it? Do we not see any sense in that? Or does this conversation just find its way down the drain?
I think because of the policies that are there, for fuel to come down, there must be a hand from Parliament. So it is now between the Parliament to amend the acts and so that some taxes can be reduced. So that's where we are. For us to get any serious tangible solution, it needs the hand of Parliament.
To do what?
To amend the taxes.
Okay.
The tax laws. Yeah.
So tax laws must be amended.
Must be amended. And you see right now even the CSS are hand tied. They can't do anything. If you do anything, you are abusing the law. You are against the law. So for us to get a serious, tangible thing on these fuel issues, the Parliament must come in, amend the taxes.
Joseph, what we're seeing today is, I call it a ping-pong game. Because